Ignorance, philosophy, and psychology perspective. Understanding ignorance philosophically. What is ignorance? Ignorance isn't simply the absence of knowledge. It's a complex cognitive state that philosophers have explored for centuries. Socrates and compound ignorance, his famous quote, "I know that I know nothing," highlights that true wisdom begins with acknowledging ignorance. He distinguished between simple ignorance, not knowing and being aware of it, compound ignorance, not knowing while believing you do know, the most dangerous type. Plato's cave. Plato used the cave allegory to illustrate that most humans live in ignorance, content with shadows, illusions, rather than seeking truth. Islamic philosophy, thinkers like Al-Ghazali and Ibn Rushd connected ignorance to distance from reason and wisdom, considering knowledge an obligation and ignorance a plague that corrupts individuals and societies. Ignorance in psychology. Psychological effects of ignorance, the Dunning-Kruger effect, a psychological phenomenon where people with limited knowledge overestimate their competence while experts underestimate themselves. This explains why the ignorant are often more confident than the knowledgeable. Cognitive biases related to ignorance. Confirmation bias, seeking only information that confirms our existing beliefs. Illusion of knowledge, believing we deeply understand something when our understanding is superficial. Choice blindness, not realizing we don't know the reasons for our own choices. Behavioral consequences, individual level, poor decisions based on incorrect information, resistance to learning and growth, comfort zone of ignorance, anxiety and fear of the unknown, vulnerability to manipulation and exploitation, social level, spread of myths and misinformation, polarization and ideological extremism, weakened collective critical thinking, erosion of trust in scientific institutions. The relationship between ignorance and fear. From a psychological perspective, ignorance breeds fear and anxiety. When we lack knowledge about a situation, the brain tends to expect the worst as a defensive mechanism. This explains phenomena like xenophobia, fear of strangers or foreigners, resistance to change, conspiracy theories, combating ignorance, intellectual humility, acknowledging the limits of our knowledge, what Socrates advocated and modern psychology confirms. Critical thinking, developing analytical and questioning skills rather than blind acceptance. Continuous learning, viewing knowledge as a journey, not a final destination. Open-mindedness, being willing to revise beliefs when new evidence emerges. Philosophical psychological conclusion. Ignorance itself isn't a flaw. We're all ignorant about many things. The real danger lies in ignorance coupled with arrogance, or what Charles Darwin called overconfidence in ignorance. Wisdom begins with saying, "I don't know," and growth starts with honestly and humbly seeking to fill that knowledge gap.